So it's the start of a new season and there's been a little bit of a clear out and we've spent a fair bit of money and we wave goodbye to, I would like to call him a hero of the club, but that's really pushing it because we all sort of wanted him to go. Roll the intro. Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2021, where we've taken the disappointment of getting absolutely annihilated in the Euro Conference League final, and we're trying to build on it for this year, and we're in a good place, very close to the Champions League already. I've started the season, I've done all of the, gone through the summer. I started basically to record an analysis video of the previous season, and I'd got about 40 minutes in and hadn't stopped talking, and I realised whilst it was all recorded and it was not too bad, I was just blabbering on a lot. So I've sort of just deleted that, and now we've got to the next season. And we're going to start with the transfers. There's going to be one game today, and we're going to start with the transfers, and we'll start with the outs. So very annoyingly, Robert Kubala, our high and up-and-coming right-back, has left the club to join Borussia Dortmund. And he's moved for £1.4 million, 3 appearances so far for their second team, 6.7. We did try to get him back on loan, but he didn't want to move to us on loan. Disappointing to see him go because he had actually just stepped up to the first team, got a good number of appearances, good assists, played really well. But 1.4 million or 1.4 million, disappointingly low, but he would just kicked off and he had 1 year left on his contract, and it just made sense to sell him. So unfortunately, for a really, I think, high potential player, well, he's moved from Maribor to Dortmund, so he must have some potential. But yeah, disappointing to see him go. Hopefully we can get him back one day. There's been quite a few loanees going out. The big one is Milander. I did say I was hopefully going to try and get him some first team appearances this year. He made 7 2 years ago, 6 last season, and he's now moved to Mura, where he's got a hat-trick in his first appearance for them, getting a 9.2. So if he keeps that up, he will definitely be in our sights to return to the club and be a first team striker. He clearly does have potential. Physicals are always good to see at a young age, and it generally, if they've got good physicals at a young age, they can then progress into potential that they actually have. But yeah, he's looking pretty decent. So he's joined Mura on loan in Slovenia still, so we can keep an eye on him. So one of many Brazilians that we bought into the club, Vinicius Arangel, has left the club. He's joined Mura as well. Quite a few into Slovenia transfers are happening here. We picked him up on a free, and we've sold him for 14k, so it's a bit of profit. He's a goalkeeper that was never going to break into our first team with the people that we can actually just bring in to play and goal. Obviously, it's a crucial position where you can't have a youngster come in and really step in for a couple of seasons when we want to get the Champions League under our belt. So yeah, bought in for free, sold for a profit, not too fast. Another one of the Brazilians, Rodrigao, has joined Mura as well. As you can see, Mura obviously had some money to spend. And yeah, again, another one bought in on a free, 38.5k. He's made 1 appearance for him, a 6.9. He played quite a lot for Alumji, did okay. 2 goals and 2 assists. Not brilliant from a central midfielder, but again, I don't know if he's ever really going to progress. He had good passing. He had some really good attributes, but all in all, I never saw him really breaking into our first team. And he joins Mura as a squad player. That is the difference that we have between us and the other clubs in Slovenia. And yeah, we'll keep an eye on him, see how he does. And yet another Brazilian has been sold. This is probably the one I was a bit more gutted about. Paulo Rogério. Good tackling, decent marking, decent heading, 6'2", good jumping reach, really good all-round player. Lacked a bit on the technical attributes, but generally quite a good little player, but I just didn't see it really happening. 1 appearance, 1 goal, a 7.3 for us. He's made 1 appearance for Celje, got a 6.6. It was the biggest we got in for one of the Brazilians, 53k. Again, someone we bought in from a free and made profit on, so I'm not too upset, to be honest. But the annoying thing with him is I'd like to give him more time, but because he's Brazilian and didn't have a second nationality, he was never going to get in the squad because of the foreigners that we've got that are better. And obviously we're limited by 3 per match day squad. So yeah, I'd rather have those foreigner spaces taken up by other players. And then probably the biggest out of them all, we say goodbye and farewell to Loris Karius, the 31-year-old German goalkeeper with eccentricity 16. He was, I mean, we can't deny it. He was very good for us in previous seasons, and he just had a few brain farts in the big games, didn't he? He's moved to Serie A for Calgary for 1.3 million. a decent profit on someone we bought him for a free, who gave us 3 very good seasons. Really didn't concede that many goals. I mean, that season there, 32 appearances, 22 clean sheets. Absolutely ridiculous. Really good, but we all came to the agreement that his big game mentality and struggles in big games had cost us previously, and we've sold him, and we have brought in a new goalkeeper who is younger, just as good when you compare them, but slightly less eccentric and slightly not as good with his feet. So we've basically changed from a sweeper keeper to a normal keeper, but we'll get onto that in a minute. So other notable loanees that we've sent out: Ziga Oberet, the centre-back, very highly regarded, but now not really improving as much as I would like, although the arrows are now going back up, which is good. 6 foot centre-back, hopefully he'll get a lot of game time at Bravo. A bit more than he got at Cooper would be nice, but the fact that he only played 9 times in the second league maybe suggests he's not too cut out. He did play 24 times for Tabor Cesana. He's been on loan a few times. We've just got to see what happens there. I don't really see him breaking in, but I've transfer listed him, and we're going to see if we get a deal or not. Probably not. Ben Kerr, the Scottish striker, has gone back on loan to Scotland again. Had a pretty decent season in Kilmarnock. 4 goals in 20 games. Not the best strike rate, but 6.8 isn't too bad. Started for Livingston, 1 assist in 3 games, but averaging a 7.2. So clearly doing something right out in Scotland. And you'd like to think that he's going to come back a little bit better. Acceleration looks good. The physicals don't look too bad. He's up against Milander for that sort of youngster striker that we want in the club. So we'll be interesting to see how he gets on. The fact he's got aggression 17 and he argues with officials is probably not a good mix, but we'll keep an eye on him. And then that's about it for the transfers out of note. There was one. Pozeg Vankas has been released on a free transfer. He didn't get a new contract. And there's good reason for why he didn't get a new contract. So let's move to the ins. So first up, agreed well before the end of last season, Masalowski joins from Liverpool on a free transfer at the end of his contract. Comes in as a squad player. We know he's good in the league. We know he's capable. 13 appearances last year, 5 goals, 4 assists, 7.25. The year before that, 27 appearances, 15 goals, 6 assists, and a 7.44. So we know that he can cut it for us. In all honesty, I think we'll get probably one more season out of him, and then he may not progress to the level we think he should, and we'll probably be able to cash in him for a little bit of money to someone else in Slovenia. But all in all, I'm quite happy to get him in because he's very, very good at what he does. He's quick, he can cross, he's very quick, he can dribble, he's got a great first touch, good technique, good off the ball, and he gets goals in the league, which is great. So going in price order, I think is a better way to do it. Ladislav Navratil joins for 49k. Again, he is lacking physicals, but I thought for 49k he's worth a punt. Centre-back or holding midfielder, I probably see him more a bit of a centre-back, but they have him listed as a holding midfielder in here. But as a centre-back, technique, tackling, marking, heading needs to improve. Great determination, positioning, teamwork, work rate. If we can just work on these physicals, we might get him training to do quite a lot of extra physical activity to try and pump these up. But overall, in the under-19s, we'll see how he gets on. He's done okay out in the Czech Republic, mainly playing for the B team in the Czech league. I don't know what the Czech B division's called. It doesn't exist in here. So, yeah, not near the first team just yet, but you never know. I think 49k, not a bad little player to bring in. Next up, Gonzalo Tapia. Actually, the last player I've just signed. He's only just signed for the club. Right winger or left winger. Right-footed, so he'll be a right winger on this side or a left winger on the inverted wing side. He'll probably be playing back up to Musalowski and Matko for most of his first couple of seasons. But an all-rounder, really good. 13 and 14 pace and acceleration respectively. Agility's good, dribbling's good, first touch is good, passing's good, technique's good. We're basically looking at him to create goals, not to score them. He'll be basically the winger, or I might play him as an inverted winger because he can't cross. So if you put him as maybe even an inside forward, because he's got the better stats for it out there. It's just he's not left-footed, which is a little bit annoying. So yeah, maybe an inside forward. Yeah, probably on support, to be honest. I'm not sure. Needs to just get rid of that. Getting rid of taking long shots. But yeah, I mean, playing him as an inside forward and getting him to run down the right might be a little bit convoluted. Or we put him as a winger and ask him to cross less because his crossing is only 10. But even at our league level, crossing 10 should be fine. But he joins, 1.3 million. He's played one game, made his debut against Bravo recently. A 6.7, not too bad at all. Had a good season back in Chile, which got our attention. Got the scouts' attention. and we've bought him in. 1.3 million, bit of a risk, but I think he's going to be good. Only 22, so lots of potential. And the reason that we could let Pozeg Vancas go on a free is because we've bought in Seed Haksabanovic, I nearly called. That's a great name. Haksabanovic. I nailed his name off camera. Absolutely nailed it. Seed Haksabanovic, I think is how you pronounce it. Ex-West Ham, 25 years old, 2.4 million we've bought him in for. Yes, he signed for West Ham, didn't really do too much for them, and then went back to Sweden on loan, and now he was signed by Juventus. Played pretty well for their B team, but for their under-23s. You'd expect that in Serie C A, but has started very well. 1 assist, 1 appearance for us, 7.10. I'm very excited by him. I've always liked this guy on Football Manager. Inverted winger, right-footed. He's basically an upgrade on Pozeg Vancas, and Pozeg Vancas did really well for us throughout his career. Just wanted too much in the new contract, so we let him go and bought in Seed Haksabanovic, but we may need to give him a nickname. Maybe Haksabanovic, maybe just Bananovic, because that's what I'm calling him anyway. But yes, happy to have him in. Number 21 shirt should be pretty useful, to be honest. And then we get into the really 3 last sort of more tasty deals. Mateus Fernandes joins us from Barcelona, which is always good. Central midfielder, likes to get forward, tries long-range passes, so it's sort of the gets forward whenever possible is great. Tries long-range passes a little bit against how we normally play, but we're looking at him to potentially play as a deep line playmaker back here in a new formation change we have for the Champions League, or as a sort of box-to-box in here to push forward and get forward. But that you'll see why he probably won't be playing there in just a minute. But good passing, great positioning, teamwork, work rate, stamina, all round better than what we had. There was a big shout in the comments to say, I think what you need to do is upgrade the midfield now to partner the likes of Otara in there and really get a partner. I think that's right. I think when we lost in Guisen, we really dropped off the pace a little bit and we never really replaced him. So this guy is one of 2 players that we've brought in central midfield to really help us out. Yeah, signed from Barcelona. Very happy with that. Spent quite a lot of time out on loan. Never played for the Barcelona first team, I don't think, but they splashed 6.5 million on him. And I feel like we've got a bit of a bargain for 3 million. I feel like he's going to be a very good player indeed. 4.2 million got us Loris Karius' replacement. 25-year-old, 6'4" Swede, Pontus Dalberg joins as our starting goalkeeper now. Like I said, he's very, very similar to Loris Karius, other than that he lacks the pace, the acceleration, the first touch, the passing and the kicking to sort of be a sweeper keeper. So we're playing him as a goalkeeper, which narrows those attributes down that you need. Good decisions, good concentration, aerial reach, obviously being 6'4" is brilliant. Command of area is great, communication's good, handling's good, one-on-ones, reflexes, throw-in, positioning. Absolutely love it. All we're doing is basically telling him not to kick the ball long anymore. He has to play it short. We're not playing it into the playmaker anymore. We go to the fullback, so he can hopefully throw it as well or roll it out. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with bringing him in for 4.2 million. I know we may have overpaid a little bit from Watford, but even in the Premier League, he got a 6.76, 44, 7 clean sheets, 44 conceded in 34. Not overall too bad. I'm excited to see what he can do. As long as we're not passing the ball back to him too much, where he's got a first touch of 7, we should be all good, really. And then last but not least, so £6 million, which I'm pretty sure is overpaying, but it's the English tax in it. We bought in Conor Gallagher to give us that little bit extra in central midfield as well. Box to box is what he prefers, but has got decent passing, decent off the ball, really good work rate, teamwork, stamina. You can see the DNA I spoke about earlier on I think I might have talked about it on stream or maybe in a previous video here. And this guy ticks pretty much all those boxes. Determination's great. Decisions is a little bit poor, as is composure, but we're hopefully getting him on the ball, move it again. And I am very happy. 24 years old. He's someone I reckon, if he has 2 sort of good back-to-back seasons for us in the league and gets good ratings, I've got a feeling someone from England will come and try and buy him again. But he did well at West Brom in the Premier League, a 6.93. He has made 1 appearance, got a 6.4, but we played him slightly out of position and didn't get the best out of him. But likes to get forward, run with the ball through the middle, which is fine in the league because he's got dribbling. But we'll have to see how that does in the bigger games. And likes to play 1-2, so sort of takes out defenders with clever, intricate passing, which is sort of what our team shape is about. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But that sums up all the transfers that have been done. £17 million spent so far. It's not the most because we spent 17.75 last year. £17 million spent, 2.8 million received. And as you can see, lots of loans that I didn't touch on, but I touched on the more important ones, I would feel. Maybe Felipe Francesco could have got a mention because he is progressing quite nicely. Hoping that he does well out at Mura. Mura have been very busy taking players off us, which is, totally fine. I do not mind that at all. If we look at their senior squad, they last played in their last game. Vipotnik, our ex-player. Milanda, one of ours. Felipe Francesco, one of ours. Yerbic may even be one of us. Yeah, we signed him for £60 and then sold him. So yeah, they've got a heavy Maribor influence, which I'm not too fussed about, to be honest. Happy to build some other teams in Slovenia as well. But yeah, all in all, pretty good. We've got a few ongoing deals. We tried to sign Sufat Muente from Thailand, but he wasn't having it because he wants a ridiculous wage, according that he's only on £850 a week at the moment. Jason Cortez is going to join us on a free when he gets old enough. I think he needs to be... No, when's he joining? January, that's it. He's joining in the January. Again, good physicals. We got him on trial. He did pretty well for our under-19, so it'll be someone that we can bring in on a free and potentially sell for more. Kubler that just got rejected, and this guy, I don't know what to do. I need your help in the comments here. He's a 19-year-old Brazilian, and he's already got 13 pace, 14 acceleration, 16 to 19 anticipation, good decisions, good composure, good penalty taking, technique, finishing, dribbling, off the ball, work rate, teamwork, flair. In my mind, he's got the makings of being a star striker for a good number of years for us. However, it was our director of football that found this guy. And then I said I tried to buy him and I couldn't get through. Director of football, I made him a transfer target. And what the director of football's done is the director of football has said he's willing to pay £10 million, which is his release fee, straight cash, for this guy. And I don't know whether to do it or not. I'm very, very tempted because I think he's going to be very good. If we look at our director of football, who is new, by the way, where is he? He's up here, isn't he? This guy here. Jordi Zuderman has judging player potential 17. Now, I bring in staff because I like to think I trust them. £10 million is a lot of money to trust a director of football. So, yeah. Let me know in the comments, what do we do about Daniel? A dilemma about Daniel. What do we do? £10 million and he's only 19. I think he's going to be really good, but I want your opinions in the comments as well. So, yeah. But that is all the transfer news. That is it. We've won our first game in the league 1-0. We've played lots of Champions Cup qualifiers that I don't need to show you because we won aggregate 9-0. We won aggregate 4-0. And then Malmo, we won aggregate 5-2. And we've got Galatasaray. We've played the first leg in the playoff. So, all we need is a draw. We need a draw. And we're through to the Champions League group stage, which is the dreamland. That's what we want to do to get there again. And we've been practicing with the new formation, as you can see, to get the players used to it, which is sort of worked and sort of hasn't. A 3-3 draw against a really rubbish team wasn't good. So we've sorted out with two formations now, and we've got three. We've still got the low block, which we're going to use against the bigger teams. We have the win formation, which we've already been using and will continue to use in the league. And then we have this, which drops a playmaker back into sitting in front of the back four, just to give us that little bit extra solidarity. And this is what we're going to use against Galatasaray today. So we're going to pick a team. We'll go to extended highlights as well because it's a very important game and I feel like we need to make some changes. Outstretched arms. No. Pump the fists. Point the finger. Let's go cause an upset. That's what we're going to go with. Pump the fist. Faith to go and cause the upset. We are going to be totally fine. Omar Eldalawi has reigned supreme at the back. We can unsettle him. We can cause him trouble. As you prefer to say, are you happy with Renato Matos? Yeah, he'll carry on doing this thing. He's a good little player. So, here we go then. Galatasaray in a 4-2-1-2-1 formation. Emre and Diagana caused us a few issues in the first leg, but we did man up getting the win. Look at that. 5 wins on the bounce. 4-1-2-2-1 for us. A formation I'm quite happy about. I'm intrigued to look and see how we cope with Mateus Fernandes potentially running up too far and too high, but hopefully we can get something out of the game. Well, 10 minutes in, it's been unbelievably quiet. One shot each, but no highlights. And we have got one now. Liete, it's intercepted by Emre, but Diego Liete picks it back up. Bracalo, Liete. So Zalatel still has interest in him. That's a wonderful ball to see Bracalo on the overlap. Bracalo cross is blocked, but we do like set pieces. That's not a problem for us. As it goes in from Matko. Liete can't get there. Cleared away, and Warmerdam will bring it away. Now, we did keep 2 men back, and there was a perfect reason for that. So hopefully they're going to do their jobs of marking him, and it's hit the side netting. Bloody hell. So Gallagher out to Matko on this right-hand side. Matko comes forward with it. He's got 2 players for company, and he's gone all the way back to Zalatel. Diego Liete. Up to Brahim Utara. Hazbeganovic. Otara. Fernandes. Gallagher. Into Daniel. Daniel turns, shots blocked. He's kept it alive, though. Back to Matos. Into Gallagher. Back to Matos. What can you do with it here, lad? Tries to put a cross in. Fernandes is on the edge. Otara. Oh, I thought he was going to have a shot. Back to Liete. We keep the ball. I'm happy with that. I'm happy. So 25 minutes gone. Only 4 shots in the game. 2 apiece. So we've had 1 on target. They've had none on target. But as you can see, we are playing it short, keeping the ball well. What a ball from Otara. Daniel's in. Daniel's past the keeper. Come on. An away goal. 1-0. 3-1 on aggregate. That's what we needed. 25 minutes in. And that is a very good little move. Zalatel short to Liete. Into Otara, who just pulled off his man. Little turn, lovely ball through, and Daniel is so good. I know we paid a lot of money for him, but he is coming up trumps when we need him to at the moment, and it is 3-1 on aggregate, but there is a highlight pretty much straight away. Diagana tackled well. Gallagher gets it away. Marçal puts it up the line. Zalatel heads it back. Lovely to Dolberg. I'm excited to see what Dolberg can do, because when we've scouted him quite a lot, and there was no hint of like big game issues or anything like that. So, but on Absumed out to Emre. Emre on the ball, back to Absumed, out to Elbadelawi. Elbadelawi ball in, header Diagana. It's gone in. Is that the Diagana that it's an own goal? How's that an own goal for Dalberg? I was just chatting him up. I wasn't chatting him up, not like in a bar. Hey, how are you doing? Because obviously he's so tall. Abdelawi got to the right hand side. I'm not too sure. Did it hit the post and come back off the post? Oh, it did. That's unlucky. Dalberg. Unlucky, boy. Unlucky. Right, we are going to very, very quickly, when we are in transition, we're going to slow it down and we're going to throw it or roll. We're going to throw it to the fullbacks. That's what we want you to do. Slow it down. Don't need to rush. We're happy to keep the ball. Gallagher. Matko. Matos. He's in a bit of space. Can he put a good cross in? He finds Matko. Matko could shoot here. Don't know why he didn't shoot. I know we've got work ball into the box on, but that was a bit too over elaborate. So we've just been advised to mark Diagana tightly because he's so good in the air. So we will go for that just for a little bit. As there's 15 minutes or so to go till half time. Wamadama up towards Diagane. Diagane again on the ball. I'm pretty sure that is the Diagane that's been signed by West Brom on loan in real life. Diagane up to Dursun. Belhanda. Diagane again, and Gallagher gets a foot in but can't keep the ball. And Diagana's made a good move, and Dalberg, great save. And that's what the commentary says. Great save. Absolutely superb stuff from the new keeper. Unlucky to concede an own goal. Belhanda puts the cross in. Great header away from Matos, and Utara we could counter here. We could counter. We should have... Oh, you could tell that was a terrible touch from the off. So on the stroke of half-time, we've got a corner. Brahim Utara swings this one in. Liete, it's in! He was having a shocking game. He was on a 6.4, but Diego Liete gives us 2 away goals, and that is a great, great header at the near post. Brahim Utara, you just see Liete just hanging around, just beats his man in the air, and I think it was Daniel in front of the goalkeeper, just put him off a little bit, and it is 2-1, and what's that, 4-2 on aggregate. So Galatasaray now need to score 3 to make it 4-2 on the day to go through, because a draw puts us through with 2 away goals. So, yes, this is absolutely brilliant. I am very pleased. I'm not going to say anything else. 7.2, 6.4. So, everyone else is doing okay. Yeah, just Hazka Bananovic is having a little bit of a bad game, but that's not too bad. He's got to get used to how we play. So, Belhanda goes out to Emre, intercepted well by Bracalo. But Hazka Bananovic misses out. Emre goes all the way from right to left. He's still going, and he lays it off to Varmadam. Gets it back actually down the line. A good move, but it's intercepted very well. Matko can just, I'm sure, clear that away. Ball in, cleared away by Marcao, I assume that would be. Marcel, maybe? It's got a weird accent over the C. Now, what I didn't really want us to go back to the keeper, but when they're not pressuring him, his passing of 9 should be fine to get him out of trouble. Zalatel, Conor Gallagher, out to Matko. He's got the run of Daniel, and he's in it. Daniel's in! Oh, it's 3! It's 3-1, his second of the game for Daniel. 5-2 on aggregate. I think we're going through to the Champions League group stage. This is what we wanted, and this is what I wanted from this formation. It's just good passing retention, great movement. Matko saw the ball into Daniel. Keeper came out. Daniel's pace got in there first, and that is superb. Thank you very much, Maribor players. You are making my life easier. As that's a ball in. Emre, what a finish. Emre Kilinic, a great assist. Lovely goal at the back post, but they still need to score 3 more goals to make it 6-5 on aggregate. So Talian puts it in. Emre at the back post, wonderful volley. Absolutely superb. But I'm still going to praise the players because we're playing well. We are going to make a sub though. Hazka Bananovic is going to come off and Marco Brest is going to come on. The youngster on that side is playing reasonably well this season. Ball in, header. Oh my word, it's 3-3 on aggregate. They now only need 2 more goals, and I feel like I shouldn't be worried, but I am starting to worry. Emre Moore, who's come on, that's a lovely header back across the goal. Nothing even the 6'4" frame of Dahlberg could do for that one. We've got an injury. Matko's picked up an injury, which is really annoying. So Zahovic is going to come on. Zahovic up top. We're going to move Daniel out over there. And yeah, this is annoying. This is annoying. We're actually going to lower the tempo ever so slightly as well, just so that we can keep the ball a little bit. That's a big injury. Zahovic has done very well in Europe actually already. He just seems to have this knack of scoring important goals in Europe. As Marco Brest, Carlos on a 6.6, not brilliant. We could bring on Bejga on that side. In fact, I think we are. I think we're going to just mix this up a little bit, and we're going to bring on Bejga at left back. He's going to sit as a fullback on support. Matos is going to become a little bit more attacking, which means Marco Brest is going to become a little bit more defensive, and we're going to leave Daniel up there as an inside forward to try and get on the end of, like, through balls as they come through. May look to bring on Rock Mayhair in this last little holding position here. But we've been playing quite well. 8 shots, 5 on target. We've matched the home team. We've just had a couple more shots there. But with 10 minutes to go... Right, next thing to do is just waste a little bit of time. Hopefully we can see this through. El Belawi into Emre. Emre back to Belanda. There's a shot. It's blocked. Oh, what a clearance from Mateus Fernandez, because he had an open goal if it had fallen back to him there. 5 minutes to go, so we're going to waste time pretty frequently now in the last 5 minutes because the Champions League group stage is huge for us. You get so much more money and coefficients by just making the group stage than you do if you get into the Europa League. As Luka Zahovic is in. Luka! Oh, what a save, but he was offside anyway. But what a save. I've got a feeling have we used all 3 subs now? Yeah, we have, because we had that injury, didn't we? We're just going to try and secure this a little bit more. So advanced playmaker on support. Gallagher can sit in here as a ball winner on defend. Deep line playmaker, ball winner. And then a 4-2-1-3 sort of formation for the last few minutes. Matos throws it in, headed away. Conor Gallagher will pick it up. Matos lays it back to Gallagher. Oh no, don't give me this sort of squeaky bum time. Ali Avuz is going to run down the left-hand side. He cuts it back to Aluhu. Ali into Vamadam. I'm butchering these names. We block the first shot. Belanda. Emre Moore over the bar. Over the bar. 2 minutes to go in normal time. We're going to go defensive as there's still 2 minutes to go. I don't like the fact we didn't waste too much time there. Lietti picks out Daniel. Daniel up against his man. Beats one. That was a terrible pass to Zahovic, and now we could give Galatasaray a chance. Marco Brest into Luka. Luka Zahovic secures the win. Come on. LZ90 gets it, and he's running over to the Galatasaray fans, and he's like that. It's 4-3. It's 6-4 on aggregate, and it gives you that little bit of just staying power because they need 3 goals again, and LZ90 fires it in We've gone defensive. We're wasting time. It should see the game out. What a performance away in Turkey. I'm just happy that we've pretty much won both games, as that's chucked in from Gallagher, as we've kept numbers back, which is fine. Emre Moore's going the long way round, and that's a good ball in. Delberg with a good save, and Brahim Otaro just puts his foot through it. And it's been a great game. Wonderful stuff. 30 seconds to go. I don't see Galatasaray scoring 3 goals, even if they get one back. It would be annoying. There we go. That'll be the end of the game, because if it stays like this, we've won both games, and that is the key. There's a matter of seconds to go. Zalatel just hoofs it away up towards Marco Brest, and at 94, there's the final whistle. We're into the Champions League group stage, and I definitely showed you the right game for that one, because that is brilliant. Absolutely superb performance from Maribor. Probably the toughest opponent we could have got at that stage as well. And we go into the group stage, which is brilliant. Oh, Matko's injured. Luckily, we have brought in the new right winger in Tapia, so that was a good bit of fortune. We may have enough time just to get into the group stage now, as we're trying desperately to sign this right back, Stanila, who's a youngster, desperately trying to sign left back. Sorry, trying to sign him in case Bracalo. Well, even if Bracalo doesn't go, because we don't have another left back at the club other than Sturm, who's not the best. So there we go. 9 games, 1 in a row, breaks the consecutive win record, which is superb. A lovely win against Galatasaray as well. And the group stage is going to be drawn later on today. Should be right now. De Los Santos. Who's De Los Santos? Oh, yeah, our new scout. That's nice. He was a very good scout as well. So hopefully we can... this game, I think, is going to have to be played. Bejga form deserves Poland call-up. We've got lots of scouts. The scouts are still being absolutely brilliant, which is good. As you can see, we're looking for new options at wing-back, left and right, to see who's out. A 21-year-old free agent, but he's a midfield right. Yeah, that's tempting. He is quite tempting to bring in on a... Oh, he's not on a free. He plays for FC Liverpool. Kadu, like a Poundland Cafu. Again, he looks like he could be quite decent, but no, crossing and dribbling 1 to 4 is dreadful. But we'll just want to get to the group stage. Delighted with that. So, yeah, in the other one, it was... So we could have drawn Dundalk, Partizan, POK, Shakhtar, Slavia Prague, or Celtic. So I'd say Galatasaray are probably the hardest team that we could have actually got. As a transfer deadline is today, which is interesting. As Bracalo, they've made a bid for Bracalo. That's not enough money, because I want 5 million, so sorry. Okay, I feel like with only 5.5 hours to go in the deadline, I'm rushing this, and I don't want to do that, because there might be players out there that could be worth bringing in to increase our squad capabilities. I'm not too sure where. Maybe centre-back, because Zalatel's having a few clubs sniff around him. Bracalo could be on his way out as well, so I think a left-back is pretty necessary. But all in all, I am happy with how the squad's shaping up. I feel like we've lost quite a lot of the deadwood and made the strength of the squad better, which is what we wanted to do. So we'll be back, and in the next episode we'll find out who the group stage is, because it's very annoying that it hasn't been drawn yet. So the group stage is drawn 29. It will be drawn today. That is so irritating, but I don't want to rush deadline day. So apologies that we're not going to see the group stage draw live. But we'll come back for the first game of the Champions League group stage, which is brilliant. So thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. And for now, I'm out. Cheers.